My overall experience being at the flea market and selling crochet was unfortunately those are gonna be 16, but if you do buy two, I do a discount, so two with anything else on the table. Attack my customer. Hello, my name is Iris. This is my first long form video, so I will say a little bit about myself. I worked at Joann's until they closed down. I also just graduated college, so I am really focusing on my crochet business. But since I am from a small town, it's very difficult for me to find markets to sell at, so I decided to try a flea market in a bigger city. I have seen people sell at flea markets before, and I just thought I would give it a try and talk about my experience there and if I would do it again. So when selling at a flea market, people are usually going there because they want a bargain, a good deal. They aren't really going for handmade goods, and that's understandable. So I really try to keep my products below $20, and all of the eye-catching items were priced at $30. I didn't want anything too expensive or that would draw people away. I did sell items that were a bit experimental. They were my first time selling these items. The first one being calico critter keychains. I would say these are very niche, but they did grab some people's attention and they did end up selling, so I will be continued to sell these at future markets and give them another try and see how they do. Another item I started selling were Kindle and book bags. I do like to sew, but I don't think these did very well. Not many people looked at them, and I would also say that could have been my fault because where they were very hidden in my booth. So I'm going to give them another try, hopefully with a better display, and see how they do for a future event. Another item I started selling were Labubu clothes, and those were the most popular by far. People were looking at them from afar and they would come straight to my table just to look at them, but unfortunately none of them sold. I think people thought they were a bit too expensive, so I am gonna take them to my next market and see how they do there. I feel like they might do better at an actual craft market, but we'll see how that goes. Now, my overall experience being at the flea market and selling crochet was unfortunately not the best. I think it was kind of what I expected. It was very slow. Unfortunately, this flea market was slower than others I've been to. There was almost little to no foot traffic. People started packing up by like 12 p.m. and I even considered leaving. I ended up staying there till 1 p.m. and the event ended at 2 p.m. But it's a good thing I did stay a little longer because I did get another sale. People did admire the items that I made. There were a lot of people who came up and they were so interested to see what I made and how I made it, but unfortunately they didn't end up buying anything, which is okay. I always appreciate when people just express their admiration. It makes me happy. But some people did end up walking away after I told them the price. People were not shy to walk away after I said the price. I did drop the prices a lot for this market because I wanted to hopefully get some sales and make my money back, but they just thought it was too expensive, and that's okay, but I did have some people just walk away after I said the price. So now I'm going to get into how much I made, the vendor fees, and if I would do this again. So I made a total of 4 to 5 sales. I made $205. The vendor fee was $30. And that's going to bring me down to $175. I did do another deduction because 2 of the sales were like family and close people that are close to me that came out to support. So I did deduct their sales. I'm extremely thankful for all the support I do receive, but I always try to count like customers that I don't know who wouldn't like buy something for me, if that makes sense. So if I deduct their sales $108, that brings me down to $67 total. So to be honest, this is not my best market. I did make my money back, which I'm very grateful for, and I'm thankful that people did end up buying stuff anyways, even though it was just a flea market. They're not really going there for handmade items anyways. But I don't think that I would do a flea market again. or if I do choose to, it would be at a different location, hopefully with more foot traffic, and I'd be willing to give that a go. But as of right now, I'm not really looking forward to doing that, but we'll see. I wish I did get more clips of me at the flea market, but to be honest, there was not much going on. It was very slow. We were getting bored. I even told my boyfriend to go out there and look like he was having fun to draw some attention, which did work because we did get one sale from that. But I do have another market that I am prepping for. So I am going to kind of show you guys what I do more or less in this video and in upcoming videos. So I hope you guys keep watching. And if you guys can follow my Instagram and if you crochet as well, I'd love to see what you make. But thank you for watching.